Hi. You no. If you wait, I'm so funny. Guys, if you know if you know, you know. I'm referencing the TikTok audio. It's not a TikTok audio. It's just trending on TikTok currently. Duolingo is telling me I need to continue my streak, and I do. Back to the point. I'm referencing the Joe Goldberg. I think his name is Joe Goldberg from the show You. And I'm sorry, I'm just funny. I'm realizing now. I was worried that I wouldn't know what to talk about. But somebody wise that I follow on TikTok, shout out to you, girl, said, like, you just press record and things come out. And, like, here we go. So, what was I talking about? Okay, yes. I'm realizing I'm actually quite funny. I felt like I had to be funny as a kid to, like, fit in because my brother was super funny or not necessarily I had to be funny to fit in, but everyone had their, I guess, I want to say quirk, but, like, also not really. But humor was a good way to get people's attention. Like, you just make everyone laugh. It's like, it's great. Ooh, I just thought of something that was really sad, which I may or may not share on here. But I'll probably talk about it in the future of men's mental health if I get permission from them. Okay, going back to it. I'm realizing I'm actually quite funny, and I was looking into my chart, my astrological chart, if you weren't sure, okay? And I'm a Gemini rising, so, like, we're ruled by Mercury, the planet, and it's all about communication, and I don't know much about it, but I know communication is one of them. And Gemini risings are known to be very fast talkers and very intellectual and witty. And, like, their purpose here is to use their voice for something. So here I am, and it makes so much sense. Here I am using my voice. And it's kind of funny because I used to be so afraid to use my voice. And, like, to be heard. Because when you're heard, so many people have or feel the need to just talk about you, and mainly, probably, most times in a negative way. So, like, I stopped explaining myself at a young age because every time I would explain my reasoning for something, my siblings were always like, oh my god, that's such stupid reasoning. Like, you can't be the judge of this or whatever. And to me, that was really hurtful because you asked me to be the judge and then you didn't like how I judged. It sounds like that's a you problem. No, but honestly, so my desk broke and the drawer doesn't shut anymore, and it's jamming me in my rib cage, and it's not very comfortable. So, thanks IKEA. No shade on IKEA. I don't know how it broke. I literally pulled it out and then it wouldn't shut. And there's something blocking it, but I can't get to it because the bottom of the desk, or the bottom of the drawer, is sealed. So I literally can't access it. But I've been wanting to downsize because this desk is really, like, deep. Like, it's wide, it's spacious, and it's too big for my tiny ass room. So, Edie's vad Edie's. It's a flurry. Yeah, I want to talk more about astrology, and specifically to the people who don't think it's real. That's okay. Not everyone needs to know how incredibly amazing and useful it is in your day-to-day life. But, you know, like, when people say they're into astrology or they ask you what your sign is, don't be a dick about it. Like, don't say, oh, you're one of those people, or oh, you're one of those girls. Like, yes, we are. And we probably know you better than you will ever know yourself. So maybe do the work. Honestly. I love astrology. I have my whole... if you're looking to get your chart read... Hello?
I thought you said your Mac was overheating and charging, like...
Yeah.
It's warm, and the cord's warm. Why don't you unplug it?
Oh, unplug it. Thank you. My mother. My Mac, I did this really bad thing of overcharging the crap out of it. It was always on low power mode, and I always charged it. So whenever I take it off the charger, its battery drains like that. So I'm trying to like reprogram the battery and the life of the battery. I don't know if I can psychology hack this, but yeah, so she's unplugging it because I forgot to unplug it from the other day. So fun. Back to astrology. Love it, stand by it. If you don't like it and you think people who read into astrology are delusional, I feel a little bit sorry for you, and I only say a little bit because I don't want to shit on your mindset on it. Like, you're completely valid to think that, but don't go shoving that into other people's faces. Like, you don't need to blatantly tell people that it's brain rot or that they're fucking delusional for liking this stuff. Like, chill your horses. Chill your beans is what I wanted to say. And I mixed it with hold your horses. But I also thought it was calm your horses. But I guess it's hold your horses. Regardless, let's just stop shitting on people. Okay? That's the end of this video. No, I'm kidding. I also wanted to talk about purpose, and how astrology can play into that. So, let's do a little rundown. I am going to preface by saying I am not an astrology genius. I know like this much compared to like this much. So, let me just share you a slither of what I know. Here we go. Let's break it down. So, when you meet someone new, if they're into astrology, they're going to ask you, if it's like basic, they're going to say, what's your sun sign? Your sun sign is based off of your birthday. So, I don't know if that's the position of the sun, or like, I think that's where the sun was when you were born, like what sign the sun was in during your birth. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I do know your sun sign is like your core beliefs and morals. What is printing? Hold on. My printer's going crazy. What the fuck? Okay. That's your sun sign. It's based off of your birthday. This damn drawer. So that's like basic, is people asking you what your sun sign is. If you're a little more advanced, slightly more advanced, you'll ask for what are your big three. So your big three is your sun, your rising, and your moon sign. So sun is like core beliefs, morals. Rising is your personality and how people view you and the world views you. And your moon sign is like your deep inner self, like your inner deep self, okay? It's more so the part that you don't really share with the world, or like who you are when you're alone type of thing. Don't take that too literally. But also do. Anyways, so I don't know if I really want to relay my whole chart right now, but for example, I'm an Aquarius sun, So I'm a huge humanitarian, and I am witty and more intellectual, which I feel like a little bit ashamed to admit, because I feel like, oh, you're so people, you're a know-it-all. I was told I was a know-it-all quite a bit growing up. So, anyways, I'm not gonna shame myself on my own account. What the fuck? Anyways, I'm an Aquarius sun, so wait. 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 Ta-da. I almost just jammed my ribcage again. Oh, this book is amazing. If you are a beginner, I did not say that right. If you are a beginner in astrology, get this book. I got it on Amazon. I don't know how much it was, but like below 30, I want to say. Love it. I'm out of breath, guys. I'm out of breath. I don't know if that's like a little bit of anxiety or just like being fucking cramped up. Like, I wish I could show you how cramped I am right now. But we're working with what we have. Also, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, this is not a good setup. This is not working. Bear with me. We're perfecting it. This book is beautiful. In here, it tells you the days that you were born, or like how each day corresponds to you. There's also, I'm sorry. Then it goes through every single birthday. Every single birthday. Here's October 26th. And it has a lot of information on it. So it has just like general. This is not sponsored. It has general stuff, your secret self, your work and vacation, which is also working vacation, numerology, love and relationships, and then like dates that have some sort of relationship with you. Hi, Zoe. It's really interesting to look at. I love whenever I meet new people or like potential crushes or like little crushes that I'm like, do I not? Tells me everything I need to know. Yeah. Welcome. It also has all of the signs, which I've taken notes on, which you can see. And it has the planets, what they mean, and who they're, and what signs they rule. So like Pluto are like the extremists. So they rule Scorpio, which is death and rebirth, and like huge 0 to 100, okay? They're extremists. It's either 100% I'm in or 0%, nothing in between. Cool. Let's see. Let's go to Aquarius. We're going to read my chart. Not my whole chart, but we're going to read a bit of my chart. So there's 12 signs based on the 12 months. So you have your basic sun sign, your big 3, your big 6, which are like the main 6 things, which I don't know which planets are in the 6, but I definitely know it's your sun, rising, and moon. And I believe it's like Mars, Venus, and another one. But I think Mars and Venus are it. I could be wrong though, don't quote me. Zoe, what's up, baby? She's such a cute kitty. Get shit on, Logan. She's in my room. That was to my brother. Please don't knock over my stuff. Hi. What a cutie. This is not at all how I planned this video, but I also didn't plan this video. I literally put this rock, this amethyst, which is supposed to be real. Be careful when you buy your crystals. If they get really hot when you burn them with a lighter, they're fake. There's another thing you can test for, I don't remember, but I literally went like this on my third eye and I was like, please give me a message, and then I got it. So the rock didn't do anything. My spirit guides did something, and that helped. Okay. No, please don't. Here I am, Aquarius. I'm not the last sign. I am the 11th sign. Pisces is the 12th sign. It's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Please don't hit that. Leo, Libra. Nope. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. That's only, oh yeah, Aquarius and Pisces. That's the order. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Okay. So Aquarius, main things, we value our independence and humanitarianism. Humanitarianism. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. So that's my Aquarius sun. So hence why, if you follow me on Instagram, this cat is so fucking cute. She's playing with her tail right now. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I post a lot of like Hope Core stuff, and I also just tried to spread love. Like, I think you can kind of see with my Instagram account and like what I post on my story and also as my like nature pictures. I'm an Aquarius sun. I'm a Gemini rising, which I already mentioned. So like using my voice, being funny, being like very animated, which I didn't understand and now I do. And like a character. And people shit on Geminis because they think the duality within them is like a two-faced thing, but that's really just a big misconception. It's not that way. It's a duality between, I think, who you truly are and what you show the world. I think that's what the real duality is, and there's an internal struggle there. So that's how that translates. We're not actually two-faced, okay? We can be fake, just like anyone can be fake. But just stop shitting on Geminis and like literally every sign. Like, I know we all pretty much shit on Aries men, and an unhealed Aries man. I think that's warranted. But let's have a little compassion. They're not all bad. Personally, this is none of your business. Personally, my favorite are Capricorn men. There's just something about them. I'm not a Capricorn. I am a Scorpio moon, which is so sad and fun. It's tough when I tell people, they're like, ooh, yeah, spicy. Scorpio moon, so we're extremists, super sensitive, intuitive, can sense like things on a different level. And because of that and my sensitivity, I wouldn't say I'm an extremist, but sometimes you can become a little ungrounded because of the 0 to 100. And also if you're not like, if people don't know what you're talking about, you'll probably sound insane. So that's that. Also, Scorpio moons, they tend to have problems with their mom or one of the parents, and just like deeply emotional. And it's a water sign, so they're ruled, well, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but water signs are heavily affected by the moon. And on top of being super sensitive and emotional, like we also really value loyalty and loyalty. And if you cross our back once, you are gone. That's it. Like, you could still be in our life, but we will never see you the same. That's the extremist, or the extremism in Scorpios. So, hi. Don't fuck with me. Anyways, going back to it. This book is really interesting. And I learned a lot from it. Like, especially about the planets and, like, how each planet rules each sign and how that plays a role. And it's really just, astrology is really just a lot of information, but it is so on point. Like, I've never had a real astrological reading that has been like, no, that doesn't seem like me. If you do, it's because you're not at a trusted source. Like, when you see stuff on Instagram, and I feel like this is one of the reasons why people shit on astrologers so much, and just people who appreciate astrology, is because they see the stupid, like, oh, if you're a Capricorn, you like milkshakes. Like, that is not accurate. That is bullshit. That is just people doing that for content. Like, that's not, do not take that, okay? And also to the people who say, and I know another reason why people shit on people who like astrology, especially like the more, I don't want to say basic, but the less knowledgeable you are on astrology, the more likely you are to say like, oh, I'm a Capricorn, it's just who I am. Oh, I'm an Aries, it's just who I am. Like, that is not, I don't think it's like I don't think you should use your sign, any of your signs, as an excuse for poor behavior. I think you need to take accountability. You could say, oh, it's probably stemming from that, but it doesn't mean I should act in this way, like if it's negatively affecting others. So I understand the people who don't like astrology and say that's stupid, but also you haven't taken the time to look at real astrology and how factual and incredibly true it is. Like, people have studied this for centuries. Centuries, okay? This is not just pulled out of someone's ass. So I love this book. I love astrology. And to the people who shit on astrologers, have some more have more compassion, and maybe get a proper reading. I love AstroSeek. Literally astroseek.com. If you put in your birthday, day, month, year, if you have your time of birth, that's a huge bonus. And your place of birth, so like your city and then the state, or like the country or whatever. Boom, you get your chart, and it has everything in there. Now, there's a lot of complex things, and when you first get into astrology, I'm sorry, I'm out of breath again. See, I talk so much. But I'm not anxious right now. So it's not an anxiety thing. It's a Gemini thing, and I'm a hypocrite. No. I can be a little hypocritical. And I do like to say that's a Scorpio thing, and that's a Gemini thing, and that's an Aquarius thing, and that's a Capricorn thing, and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's okay to say that, as long as you're not excusing poor behavior. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. So, all that being said, I'm glad this video hasn't ended. My phone storage has been going to shit lately. So I'm glad this is going somewhere. I'm going to be I wanted to be more structured with what I post, because I feel like it's easier for people to get a sense of what they're listening to and just like dive into it, rather than sitting for 24 minutes and being like, this is not how I thought this was going to go at all. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to be interested in what I have to post, and I feel like some sort of guideline gives them, oh, this is what we're looking at. But I do write that in my, not the title, but like where you can write your comments, or like I want to say bio. What should I put as, caption. There we go. I do tend to put like a brief guideline or like syllabus type of thing of what I go over. But here I am talking about random stuff. But I'm kind of staying on track with astrology. Yes. So, how did I get into astrology? I got into astrology, I really in the year 2020. Ooh, I'm cold. Everything changed. Everything changed in the year 2020. I'm cold. I'm right under an air vent. I actually at one point wanted to be an astronomer and like work at NASA and possibly be an astronaut. And then I thought, I probably wouldn't be able to do the motion sickness stuff. And now I'm like, I would never want to be an astronaut. And I would never want to work at NASA. Well, never say never. That's what I learned. Because I've said never on a couple things. And it's like, here we are. So, never say never. But as of right now, I have no intention of working at NASA. For reasons. Yeah. That I will not disclose. Astrology, babe. Astrology's so cool. Again, there is more complexity with your chart. There are conjunctions and sextiles and squares, and I don't exactly know what all of those terms mean and how they affect each sign. But my advice is, if you're getting into astrology, look at the planets and look at the signs. Look at those. And then you can get into somewhat more complex stuff, like having this planet, like when you look at your chart, it's having like your Saturn in Aquarius or your Saturn in Cancer and stuff like that. So how that affects you, how those two energies come together in that certain position and then give you a part of who you are. There's also your houses, which I find really, really interesting. And this year, numerologically, am I saying that right? How I say it is numerologically. That's not right. Numerologically, I believe. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a great speller. And my pronunciation was not peaked. Help me. It was not the best when I was younger. But I've also given up on correct pronunciation, because I realize people pronounce things differently no matter what. Just like the Caribbean and Caribbean are two accepted answers on how to pronounce it. And it doesn't matter which one you do. So it's like, whatever, who cares? But when I'm learning a new language, I do want to try to pronounce it the correct way. Please don't lay on my crochet. Aw, she's cold. She's in her little loaf position. To those of you who do not like cats, what is wrong with you? No, but like, I feel like the majority of people who don't, I'm getting off. I feel like the majority of people who don't like cats are because they're allergic to them, so they never got the chance to like have a relationship with them and grow to love them, or they were like scratched by a cat at a young age and are like, I'm never touching those monsters again. Meanwhile, they disrespected the cat's boundaries. But as a kid, you don't know any better, so it's like, it's not your fault. But if you're not allergic, I absolutely recommend trying to have a relationship with a cat, because it's different than a dog. A dog will like love you no matter what, whereas a cat is like, I need to select you. And I love that. I love that you have to be like chosen and deemed worthy. I love the challenge. Now, I love it because it does show character. So when you are accepted, it's like an ego boost. And quote that. And it does, like, they're a great sense of character. Like, they're a great judgment of character. Yeah. Anyways, I just love cats. And we are dog sitting a dog right now. Nothing against this dog. But when we had our dog, it made me realize if you're not playing with them, they kind of just lay down, or they just look at you with sad eyes and whimper, and they always smell bad. They always smell like dog. And cats are like, this doesn't go for all cats, but this cat, Zoe, she's, I want to say 15, maybe even 16 at this point. She will literally just kick up the corner of a rug and start playing with it. Or she'll see her tail and that's it. She's done. She's playing with her tail now. Like, she's so smart. And she's also stunning. And she's heavily respected amongst our other cats. Like, they're just je ne sais quoi. They're beautiful. Session. Natürlich. I think that means of course in German. I'm learning German and French. Fun fact, astrologically. Now this can go slightly into like, oh, Capricorns like milkshakes. But Aquarians do tend to be more on the like appreciation of the arts, specifically appreciation of France and the French language. And it's so funny because I've always loved French and I thought it was so freaking beautiful, and here I am learning French, and I want to live in France, in the south of France, and have an estate there. Like, wow. One day I will. Or at least travel there. If I don't like it, I'm not going to buy a house there. Or maybe I'll buy a place and I'll just rent it out. Airbnb. Isn't it kind of funny to think, this is getting really off topic. I should probably end the video. It's crazy to think that my generation, unless you like pursue social media or get like super, I don't know, successful in your career or whatever you do for money, unless that happens, you are probably not going to be able to afford a house. Like, let's say in 10 years. I know people can't even afford homes now. So, what the fuck? That's crazy to me. I don't know what else to say about astrology other than I think it's amazing. And, oh, that's what I was going to say. This year, look into your houses. Look into your houses and what sign rule is in each house. So, in one of mine, I have Saturn in my second house. And your second house is your habits, your money and spending, your discipline and your structure and your daily routine. And Saturn is all about structure and discipline and like, I don't want to say old world thinking, but in a sense of like hardworking, like suck it up type of thing. So Saturn being in my second house explains a lot why I cannot seem to be consistent with an every single day schedule. Like, there's always one day, at least, but probably 1 or 2 days a week that I slip up and can't do it consistently. Like, I don't know what it is. just lack of discipline, but also doing the same exact thing every day is boring. I know it's good if you want to establish habits, like good, healthy habits, and that's great, but it makes sense as to why I struggle with that. And also, it's also teaching me a balance. Like, you don't have to do something every single day. You can do it 4 out of 5 days, 4 out of 7 days, or 6 out of 7 days, or 1 week you do it every day, or 1 week you only do it 2 days. But as long as you're being consistent with actually doing it, no matter how frequently you're doing it, I think you're okay. That's one of the things that helped me, is I changed what I considered to be consistent. Consistent doesn't have to be every day. It could just be 3 times a week or once a week. If you're doing it at least once a week, you're consistent with it. So it's whatever goal you set for yourself. And that has been a game changer for me. I also want to speak about purpose right now, but I'm already at 36 minutes and I feel like this is too long. I will say this shortly, and I'm sure I will make another video about it, but your purpose, don't get so caught up in what it could be. Like, your purpose could literally be just saying hi to that one person that you saw randomly, or you just complimenting that one person, because maybe that compliment shifted the trajectory of that other person's life and shifted it into an entirely brand new, beautiful place. Like, you never know. So, your purpose could be something as simple as that. Your purpose could literally just be you breathing. Like, you don't even have to do anything. Just you being here energetically, with your energy here on earth, you could just be shifting timelines, inspiring people in ways that you can't even comprehend on a spiritual and energetic level. Energetic level that you don't even realize, but it could be there, So realize that, and don't be so doomed. Like, I see TikToks of people so one of the videos, it's stressing over an exam, and then they zoom out, and it's like the song dun 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 woo, the woo should have happened earlier with the dun dun, but I think you know what I'm talking about if you're on TikTok. To the people who are not on TikTok, that are in my field, I would be so funny if you only knew my references. Genuinely, you would laugh your ass off if you knew my references. Because when I say something in my class with my friend who doesn't have TikTok, she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm looking at you." No hate though. Respect. Yeah, zoom out, and it's like, wow, the earth didn't change. It's almost like that one fail or stressing over your exam literally had no effect on the earth. So, it's okay. One of the things that helped me overcome my fear was, I could talk for hours. And I hate that I have to separate this into different videos because I just want to keep talking. And I feel like the minute I pause it, I'm going to lose my momentum. But that's all in my mind, and it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. I could just say it's going to happen, and then it's going to happen. So, I'm going to say it's not going to happen. Alchemy, baby. What was I saying? Guys, I saw a TikTok today, and it was like, my clownfish brain, the minute anyone interrupts my conversation, or anyone interrupts my train of thought. And then my clownfish brain is like, so what was I saying? Yeah. Which, I don't know why she said clownfish. Are clownfish short-term memory? This has been a great 40 minutes. I was gonna say something else. Oh, what helped me overcome my fear was knowing that, like, I already passed. I already did this. I've already overcome this thing in the future. And because time is an illusion, it means that your past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. So something that you did in your past is also happening now. And in the future is also happening now. Which is, it's kind of complex to understand. But when I'm fearful, I'm like, oh my God, like, what if this doesn't work out well? And then I think, all is well always and in all ways. And I literally painted that on my walls because I was like, wow, that really resonated with me. And also, I've already done it in the future. So what do I have to worry about? I already did it in the future. And I'm fine now. So obviously something's fine. So that helped. This is it. I'm done. It's a 41-minute video. Goodbye. Peace be with you. And go look into astrology. Don't just be like, you're in this, girl. Look it up and heal. Peace.